Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Samantha Uzundu and today we have another roundup for the week. And yes, I did cut my hair. It needed to happen. It was getting real ratty. I was just over it. I have actually had short hair when I was in my early 20s for like 5-7 years. And then I grew my hair out and I just kept it long and I was just so over it. I was just wearing it up in a bun. So I was getting a lot of hair breakage. So we're refreshed and we're ready for the year. This is the year of the snake, which is the transition. I think we're a little bit. We are in the year of the snake, which is the year of transitioning, and I am feeling that very much so. And I am the year of the snake. I was born in 1989, year of the snake. I actually have a lot to talk about today. I have quite a lot of empties, surprisingly. So we're just going to get right into it. So we're going to start with what is new in this week. I have one product. I did not buy anything this week, which is often, but I did get something from work. I won a product from NARS, which is very exciting. I went into work and she goes, "You won something from NARS?" I was like, "Oh, I don't even care what it is. If it's from NARS, I'm happy." It is the new light reflecting makeup setting mist, which is, I'm so excited. It's one of the categories that I actually don't have excessive amounts of. Almost finished this Australis one. So I like to always have one on my desk. So I'll take one out and put this one in. I'm very excited. Should I give her a little spritz? I haven't even used it. And hydration, that'll be great for wintertime. I can't say that's the best spray I've ever used in my life, but it is the first time I've used it. So let's give it a chance. I'll definitely put that aside for a video. Now, I also wanted to mention, because I do these weekly, I always try and upload these ASAP. So I have another video that I did a get ready with me, and it's pre-hair. So you'll be able to tell it's an old video, but it's just about me having time to edit. And because I prioritize these videos, that video kind of went on the back burner. So that'll be coming out next week, but I filmed it before I cut my hair. Not that it really matters, but just context. Okay, so that's everything that I got new. That's it. I'm very excited, very grateful. #bless. And now we're going to go into empties. I have a lot of empties. It's so funny how like some weeks you have literally nothing and then other weeks you're just like pouring out with empties. So this is the Soap & Glory Magnifique Cocoa Body Wash. You know what? These actually last a really long time because you don't need a lot of product. I bought this because I just wanted to try it. Because, you know, sometimes when you smell it, it's not really, you don't really know until you use it. The scent was good, but it's a fruity coconut, so I didn't love it. I didn't love the scent, but the actual product is really good. I want to get the cherry one. I really want to try the cherry one, and they're only like $11, and it's a little bit smaller, but I'm okay with that because this one was like, lasted me a really long time. And I use it as a body wash and as a bubble bath. I kind of use it for both, and I really liked the actual formula, so I will try other ones as well. I liked it. It's a really good price point and it's a really good product. I've actually got a bag here of stuff. I finished my moisturizer. This is the Olay Luminous Hyaluron and Niacinamide Gel Moisturizer. I really liked this one. It was a lightweight gel, but it felt really hydrating at the same time. I feel like gel doesn't always mean it gives enough hydration, because even though I like the lightweight of a gel, I still love intense moisture. Doesn't matter if I'm oily or not, I still want intense moisture. So this one I really enjoyed. I do recommend it. I thought it sat nicely on my skin. It felt nourishing, but it was still lightweight. I definitely recommend that. This little hand cream I got from work, my husband actually used it, but I used it a couple of times. It smelt so good. This is the Floral Street Wonderland Peony hand cream. So Wonderland Peony is the Floral Street's best-selling fragrance, and they had this in a hand cream. I think it was like a holiday, like I got a random thrown into a bag gift. I don't use hand creams a lot, so I just use them sparingly, so I'll just keep like one for myself. So I gave this one to my husband, and oh god, it smells so good. It smelled so good. I think it smelled better than the perfume. So fresh, and it was like nice and thick. Oh, it was lovely. I actually love this little container, but the inside doesn't look very good. So I will get rid of it. But that was a really nice product. I finished a hyaluronic acid. These take me a bit longer to finish because I don't use them every day. Skincare takes me a long time to finish because even though I just use what I have, I don't use 10,000 things at once. What I do have, I have a range of. So I have my retinol one night, hydration one night, vitamin C one night. Like I alternate. So something like this, or really all the serums, last me a long time. So this is the Avene Hyaluron Active B3 Concentrating Plumping Serum. Very good hyaluronic acid. Very much enjoyed it. I think with hyaluronic acid, a lot of them are really good, in my opinion. I don't think you need to spend $60 on a hyaluronic acid. This is a nice drugstore option. It went on sale, even better. So I really enjoyed that and it lasted me a long time. Then I have some little samples. I had a subscriber send me some beautiful little 2ml samples. This is the Dupe Spot Art Duplication of Tresor Midnight Rose by Lancome. And it was nice. Very fruity rose is my... Oh yeah, rose. Very fruity rose, but there's a bit of muskiness in there too. I'll put up the note of the original that it's duping, the Midnight Rose. But to me, not having seen the notes before, I'm getting a Middle Eastern fruity rose. That's what I'm getting. I wouldn't say oud, but like a musk is in there. I feel like there's a musk in there, like a sweet musk. Anyway, I enjoyed that one. And then I had a sample. I still have heaps of samples. I slowly go through them. But I like to know what every foundation wears like in a store that I work at Mecca. So the Bare Minerals Bare Pro, I got the shade Fair 15 Warm. Loved this one, especially in summer. There is a little bit left, but it dried out. So there was probably one more use, but it's totally dried. So I'm not gonna bother. I really liked this one. If you're oily, you love a good coverage, long wear, I really, really like the Bare Minerals Pro. Yeah, that's all I could say. I really liked it. I love the shade. I loved everything about it. Okay, so that's everything for Empties. And now I actually have some things I'm going to declutter. I was going through my drawers the other day and I decided to go through all my primers and setting sprays. The area was overflowing. Setting sprays, no, but I had primers spilling into the setting sprays. I'm like, this is not good. We need a bit of a rearrangement. It stresses me out. I like organization. I'm a very organized person. I wouldn't say the cleanest person, but I'm very organized. I am a Virgo. I decided to declutter 3 products. And we have from Barry M, the Heatwave Illuminating Prep and Finish Spray. I used this once and I didn't like it, but I held on to it, you know. You know, when you first get something, you're like, oh, I shouldn't just throw it away after one use. I should give it a try. I know I'm not going to use this. It's like a dupe of the Iconic London, but it leaves like gold droplets all over your face and not in a flattering way. I just think it's not a very good product because it doesn't... I don't know if you can see that, but there's literal just droplets on my hand. And then it dries down with like, it's like blotches of glitter and I don't like it. And I know I'm never going to use it. So I don't know what I'm going to do there. I will offer it to a friend. The thing is, I always say, if you want it, take it. If you don't like it, pass it on to the next person. As long as it goes to someone. I don't care. No offense taken. You know what I mean? So I might make a little bag because... the things that I'm decluttering just don't work for me, or maybe I have too many. So with primers, I have too many. I decluttered 2 and I'm trying to prioritize ones that are quite low. So for instance, Project Pan, if I've got a full bottle of something, but there's only like this much product, I'm going to try and pan that just so that I have it looking manageable. I'm not really buying much makeup these days. So it's all that comes in is what I am gifted from work or PR, essentially. So I am trying to get through some things just so it's more manageable. I can enjoy it, but I also like having options because I have this channel. I like having options to pick out with my everyday, with my weekly roundups, and when I do get readies with me, I like to have options, but also manageable. I don't want to go overboard. So these 2 Australis primers, I actually like these. This is not the issue. However, I don't need just hydrating primers all the time. I prefer ones that give me long wear. blurring, smoothing, mattifying, or illuminating. I don't necessarily go for just hydrating. The reason why I got rid of this hydrating primer, I actually really like it, but I'm more likely to reach for my face base or the Embryolisse hydrating, the ones that are more like that kind of cream before makeup. I'm going to probably gravitate towards those more. So I thought this is just going to sit in my drawer. And what I actually did is I should have taken a photo. I categorized all my different primers by smoothing, illuminating, hydrating. And I just felt like illuminating, I had too many considering how frequently I use illuminating. Hydrating, I felt like I had too many as well. So that's why I kind of doubled down. So the hydrating primer, I can definitely easily gift this. It is a nice product. It's a nice lightweight formula. It is a really good product. No shade here. I actually kept one Australis primer, and it's the pore blurring one because I'm more likely to use that. It's really the only reason I'm getting rid of that one. And then the illuminating face glaze. Same reason. I have other illuminating primers that I think I prefer, but this also is very nice. And this you can use as a primer, as a highlighter, as a mix-in. It's very pretty. I know there is just no way that I'm going to use this enough to justify keeping it. So that's gone too, which is sad, but losing those two and then putting this on my desk, I already have more space. So because I have less setting sprays now, I actually put all my dupes and illuminating wand products together in there. So everything is like properly manageable now. It's so much better. Every other drawer is fine. It was just that drawer was a little bit chaotic. So that is everything there. Now we're going to go into my weekly roundup. Okay, I actually think I'm going to start with eyes. I mixed it up this week. I kept in my face eyeshadow palette from the previous week, just so I had some nice base colors. And I did. I definitely used this the most. I can't remember. I think I did use the green. I think I used this a few times. I think I definitely used it more this week than last week, because I also brought in these instead of a different eyeshadow palette. So my Ilia liquid powder I use the most, because it's just like a really nice enhanced skin tone color on my eyes when I wanted super natural. But it was also a good base for these if I wanted to enhance it a little bit more. So today I'm actually wearing super basic. I'm wearing this shade here. And this is the Disco Friends palette from Mecca Max. And then I'm wearing it with the Laura Mercier Kiss from a Rose, discontinued, when I was trying to link it. So annoying. So I just did that very lightly. Very nice. And then I had the Hourglass Voya eyeshadow stick in Solstice. Also really nice paired with this and the eyeshadow palette. So I had a really nice week using those. It was definitely what I wanted. Super natural, super easy. And I'm glad that I picked those out. Then for my foundation, I'm wearing it today. I always wear these products today as my last attempt. This is the Misha Perfect Cover BB Cream RX in number 23. Love it. On me, it's got a really nice natural finish. It's not glowy, it's not matte. It just looks really natural on my skin. It's so nice. It is such a nice product. I really enjoyed using this. I used it quite a lot when I did wear makeup. I tried to wear a bit of makeup this week. Makes you feel good. It's just so big. I'll probably never pan it because it would take me so long. It's like double the size of a regular foundation. And then the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate, also discontinued. I had no idea. We've got the Conceal and Define is still around, the more mattifying one. Anyway, this is the shade C3. It's too light for me. Personally, it's not my favorite. I mean, it looks fine once it's all blended and everything, but I do think it's a little bit light. It's okay. It's not my favorite. I think it's a good price point. Would I ever get to a place where I could pan this? I don't know, because I have so many concealers that I think I would maybe prefer. But nonetheless, that's why I'm here, is like to use my products and really understand as my skin changes, as my preferences change. Sometimes, like, I used to love this. I don't love it like I used to, you know, things change. So this is why I love doing this, because it's like refresh, reevaluate, you know. And then the perfume that I picked is the Carrez Augustus. I loved using this through the week. Just a really nice, refreshing, easy to wear. I've really come to enjoy this. So there you go. I remember when this came out, it came out with another one called Caviar, which is like Greek for waves, I believe. And I thought I liked that one more, but this is the one that I got as a gift from work. So there's no complaining here. And that's the thing. I've come to really enjoy it because I'm wearing it on a regular basis and experiencing it. And I really liked it because it's got the ambergris, musky, and cedarwood. It had that little bit more unisex, but that also meant that it lasted a little bit longer as a citrusy type fragrance. So I really enjoyed wearing that. I have decided for my eyeshadow palette, I was like, I love this palette, but I almost never wear it. And it makes no sense. This is the e.l.f. The New Classics. It is such a good eyeshadow palette. I love it. But like I said, I've barely used it. I remember I had it in back in the day when I did everyday makeup drawers. This is like my updated version of everyday makeup drawers. But I barely used it when I had it in there. And I was like, but when I did use it, I loved it. I love these tones. And then the shimmers are nice. Everything, it's a really good formula. So that's coming in for this week. And even if I don't ramp it up, they've got some really nice, super basic, boring. I could always do a little bit of gold. I could do what I want because I'm the boss of my life. I haven't had like a bigger size palette in a while, so that'll be nice. And then for foundation, I've actually picked tint. This is the Rose Ink Skin Enhanced Luminous Tinted Serum. They're not doing well, this brand. I so rate this. It's super natural. I might even, because the color, I feel like it's on the border too light. It's really nice. I feel like it looks better on the skin. I don't think I'm doing it justice right now. But it is very much a tint. There's not a lot of coverage, but it makes my skin just like radiate. Because it's a serum, it's super hydrating. I don't know, my skin always just like, it has like a drink of water whenever I use this. And then it gives it a little bit of a tint. So I might mix it with my funky looking De Bronzy drops. We'll see how we go. And then I picked a concealer that has decent coverage if I want to amp it up because this doesn't have coverage, but also has that same serum-y hydrating texture so that they'll pair well together. And I picked the LYS Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer. I don't feel like this is full coverage on me, but it still has coverage. It's a good color, and I can amp this up to be more coverage in the center of my face if I want to. So I think they will pair really nicely together. I'm confident of that. I love the packaging of this because I can see how much I'm using. If I can like get it up to there, this would be a good panning project pan product, which I'll keep in my noggin because it's so good to measure. This weather has just been delightful. It is cool in the morning and then pleasant during the day. So I'm not ready to bring out my winter fragrances yet. I'm still in my zesty. It feels like spring. I know it's autumn, but it feels springy. I've got the replica from the garden. This is not for everyone. I love this. It is earth and tomato leaves. So I think there's mandarin in it from memory. So it's got that real juiciness when you first spray it. But then it's so juicy. But then it's got that tomato basil leaf. You know how tomato leaves smell like basil? So it's got that herbaceous, zesty. Oh, I love it. I want to drink it. To me, this is like a cocktail. A nice fruity cocktail in a bottle. But a lot of people don't like that tomato leaf scent. I personally love it. I love it. I love anything nature smelling. So that's my fragrance of the week. You can see I've basically not used it. This was gifted from work as well. That's everything. Big week. Big week of products. And on a positive note, a lot more left than came in. So can I get a round of applause for that? A lot more exited than came in. And that's my goal. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And I will see you very soon. Goodbye.